Hey. Jeez.
God.
Yeah?
No, not you. Sorry, I was using the expletive.
Well, don't do that. You're not supposed to take my name in vain.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what about him?
Oh, no, sorry. Using the expletive again.
Well, don't take his name in vain either. How would you feel if somebody took your name in vain? Oh, Peter.
How do I know you're really God?
Why would you think that I'm not God?
I don't know, it's just the,
No, this isn't what you thought God would look like, is it? What were you expecting? An old white man with a long white beard? Maybe Morgan Freeman. You don't believe me, do you?
Well, I mean, look, forgive me, but I just want to guard my journalistic integrity here. I want to make sure I'm actually interviewing the one and only God and not some bum off the street. So how do I know it's really you?
All right, fair enough. Your name is Peter Gallagher of the Boston Globe. You originally applied to work at the New York Times because you didn't want to leave town, but you saw better opportunities in Boston. Your girlfriend, however, didn't want to leave with you. So once Sarah realized that you loved your job more than you cared about her, she decided to leave you with it. Not enough, huh? Also, you like watching sex scenes in movies as opposed to pornography because you'd rather watch celebrities you're attracted to pretend to have sex as opposed to watching real porn stars.
Okay, all right. I get it. Yeah, got it.
All right.
Okay, I'm sorry for the lusting and the master.
It's okay. Look, I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to answer some questions. So I assume you have some.
Well, let me just say, I really appreciate you allowing me to have a one-on-one conversation with you today. I mean, a mere mortal such as myself.
Oh, well,
It's an
of
honor.
course. You know, it's my pleasure. You know, for the longest time, you couldn't speak to me unless it was through prayer or the occasional slaughtering of a sheep. But I'm glad we put an end to that. You know, it's just too messy. Anyway, ask me anything. I'm an open book.
Well, first question. Are you truly all-knowing?
Yes, I know every question you're going to ask me.
So what's the point of us having this interview today?
Well, it is an interview. Wouldn't be very much of one if I just sat here and talked the whole time. Nobody wants to see that, do they?
You know that's not true.
Yes, well, regardless, I'm a humble guy and you have a job to do, so I'm going to let you do it. But I will go ahead and tell you right now off the bat, yes, aliens are real.
What?
Aliens are real. You were wondering it, so I told you. You think that you're the only life forms that I created in the entire universe? I find it amazing that people think that I created all these galaxies and all these planets just to keep them empty. That's like building a giant apartment complex on a deserted island. What purpose does that serve?
So, I mean, are they dangerous?
They want absolutely nothing to do with you.
All right.
Not yet, anyway.
Whoa, say what?
Like I said, I'm an open book. Ask me whatever you like. I assume you have some questions about my book.
Ah, yes, the Bible.
The Holy Bible. I put that word in there for a reason.
You know, there's a lot of people in the Bible who wrote certain books of the Bible. Moses, David, Paul, Peter, King Solomon. They all wrote significant chunks of the Bible, yet you get all the credit.
All right, wait. First off, the books in the Bible are named after them. You know, what more credit do they want? Look, yes, you know, I never actually physically put pen to paper myself, but I told each and every one of them every single word to write. If anything, I'm the ghostwriter.
So, you're Quentin Miller and your followers are Drake.
Who?
Quentin Miller, he's...
Oh, no, I know who he is. An awesome writer. The other guy.
Drake, the rapper.
Drawing a blank.
He had that feud with Meek Mill a few years ago.
Oh. Aubrey. Oh, yeah, great kid.
Yes.
Great kid. I loved him in Degrassi.
You watched Degrassi?
Of course, it's one of my favorite shows.
All right, well, I want to talk about one of the most controversial verses in the Bible, one that has been debated for decades. Leviticus 18:22. Right, yeah. So it says, "Do not lie with the man as one lies with the woman. That is abomination." So this verse has caused a ton of division between the LGBT community and the church. Some even use this verse to justify their hateful actions towards members of this community. What I want to know, big man, is how do you feel about this verse now?
All right, look, first of all, I don't condone hateful actions from anyone towards anyone. Secondly, Peter, when I think about it now, the term abomination is just so harsh. I think what I meant to say was unnecessary.
What do you mean by that?
Well, when I created sex, I created it solely for the purpose of procreation and to glorify me. It being pleasurable was just an added bonus on my part. You're welcome. When a man has sex with a woman, he passes his sperm through her vagina, which attaches to an egg in her ovaries, which ultimately creates life. It serves a purpose. The point that I'm trying to make is that two men having sex serves no biological purpose. There's no eggs in a man's anus. Well, unless he's into that sort of thing. Look, what I'm trying to say is that when I created sex, it was for procreation. Anything else is pointless. That's just not why I made it. Of course, it's an act of love, and if those two men love each other, of course, go at it. Love is love. If you think about it, Peter, any sex without the purpose of procreation in mind or out of wedlock is a sin. And I find it incredible that all the people who claim to follow me focus more on that one verse than what the rest of the book says. Think of all that sinful premarital sex you had with Sarah.
Oh, I'd rather not.
Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't. But all of that was sin. Big old sin. 127 times, 127 sins. Until you put a ring on it, it's sin. Yeah, uncomfortable. Yeah, you never thought you'd be talking about sex with God, did you?
Yeah, right. Okay, so what about all the verses where you say eating shellfish and pork is wrong and wearing polyester and other fabric blends is a sin? Or Leviticus 19:27 where you condemn trimming your beard and round haircuts?
I did say that.
Yeah. What about 1 Corinthians 14:34 where you say, let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law?
All right. Look, when I wrote that, I was going through some things, okay? Everybody was asking for help and guidance, and most of that I just kind of wrote in haste.
Sounds like you're hiding something from me.
All right, fine. When I was writing this verse,
You mean when they were writing those verses?
Whatever. I was going through a pretty tough breakup.
Whoa. You date?
Yeah. Well, I did. God, I can't believe I'm telling you this. Her name was Helen. God, she was beautiful. She had flaming locks of auburn hair, ivory skin, and eyes of emerald green.
You just quoted Dolly Parton's Jolene.
Oh, yeah. What do you think Dolly Parton was singing about? Helen was a little bit like Johnny Cash, She's been everywhere, man.
Whoa.
Yeah. We enjoyed long walks on the clouds, harp sessions, basket weaving. Every now and then, we even did it underwater.
What?
The basket, we would weave baskets underwater.
Right. Yeah.
But anyway, one day Helen decided that I was a little too busy for her to satisfy all her needs, so she up and left and cheated on me with another man. It wasn't that hard to find out. Omnipotence.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Peter, everyone thinks I'm some all-powerful, all-knowing protector. I mean, and they're right, for the most part, but I have my struggles. It's not easy being me, okay? I have my ups, my downs. I feel, I have emotions. I've loved and lost. You remember Lucifer? Lucifer was my dog. He was my best friend. Till one day he decided to turn on me, and now he reaps the souls of evil men and confines them to the pits of hell to burn forever. Think you know a guy. Peter, we're not so different, you and I.
Yeah, because I'm totally all-powerful, right?
What's this?
Oh, no, that's nothing. It's,
Nothing. Come on. It sounds like you're hiding something from me.
It's a letter my mom gave to me on Christmas. She put it in a Bible that I received from her. It was the last Christmas I had with her before she passed away. It's kind of a hard subject. I don't really prefer to bring it up often.
I'm sorry. must have been so hard on you losing your family at such a young age.
You have no idea.
Oh, but I do. I've seen it happen so many times, and every time it's just so heartbreaking.
Then why don't you stop it?
What?
You heard me. Why don't you stop it? I mean, the great watchful protector, right? I mean, why did you just watch my mom get hit by a drunk driver? Why did you just watch my sister suffer from cancer?
It's not like that.
Where does the actual protection part come in? What about the people who come to you for guidance but they never get a response? What about the people who are diagnosed with some hideous disease who come to you begging for healing and deliverance but you never actually come through? How are you protecting them?
All right, Peter, look, calm down. I know where you're coming from, okay? Just let me
No,
explain.
you don't know shit. You know, I always thought you did, but you actually don't. You know, I kept this letter in my Bible for years, my mom's Bible, and she always told me if I kept it close to my heart, I would never fail. You know, her dying really showed me that you don't actually care at all. And my sister dying from cancer, that was just the final nail in the coffin.
Look, Peter, I don't control whether someone lives or dies. I could, but I don't. I want people to make their own decisions, their own choices, and live life their own way. Sure, there's a way that I'd prefer for you to live your life, but I choose not to interfere.
You think my mom decided to get hit by a drunk driver? You think my sister decided to suffer from cancer? You know, what do you actually have planned for my life? Trampled by bulls? Gout? Strangled by my own low self-esteem brought on by a lack of parental guidance growing up? Everyone always tells me it's in God's plan. Well, I got one more question for you, big man. Why was your plan to ruin my life?
Peter, you really think I ruined your life? Look at yourself. You make a living doing what you love. You are having a one-on-one interview with God for me's sake. Sure, you had a rough start, but you've never let your past define who you are. You are so ridiculously blessed, and I wish that you would open your eyes and realize that. Look, would it make you feel any better if I told you that your mother was happy?
Really?
And would it make you feel any better if I told you that she is so proud of you? But you know what? No. Don't take my word for it.
Mom.
I'm so proud of you, Peter.
She's here for the whole day, and I want you to make the most of it, Peter. I don't do this for everybody. So, did I answer all your questions? Do you have everything you need?
Everything I ever wanted. But I do have one more question for you.
What's up?
Brady or Manning?
Come on, man. You know it's Manning.
My man, that's what's up. Come on. Come on.